Are you feeling confused about your relationship? Like something about him is off, something is different, but you don't know exactly what it is. Things may have started off great, like a wonderful and passionate love affair, but now you're having this uneasy feeling. Now you're feeling manipulated or controlled and even lied to sometimes. And when you try to bring it up, he blatantly denies his own manipulative behavior and then somehow turns it all around and blames you for being too sensitive or even crazy. If any of that sounds familiar, you may be in a relationship with a toxic, narcissistic, or abusive man who will be poisonous to your life. I'm Dr. Antonio Borrello, and in this video, I'm going to share the most common signs that your relationship is toxic. The first sign is really a constellation of behaviors known as idealization. And it's designed to sweep you off your feet and gain your trust and get you to fall in love. From the very beginning, things move incredibly fast, unlike anything you've ever experienced. You'll be intoxicated and lost in a passionate fantasy with someone who excites you on every level, emotionally, spiritually, and sexually. He idealizes you and puts you on a pedestal and makes you feel like the most special person in the world. He showers you with compliments, love, and attention, and it quickly breaks down your guard and unlocks your heart and modifies your brain chemicals so that you become addicted to the feeling you have. And you can be sure it's happening because you will recognize that he's emphasizing the following 5 major points over and over, determined to capture your heart and mind. Number 1, he points out how much you have in common. He might even go as far as saying, we are practically the same person. If you've ever had a boyfriend say that, it's because he's mimicking your personality because he wants to become your perfect match. Number 2, he will emphasize that you share the same hopes and dreams. In order to raise the stakes in the relationship, he will make many long-term plans and promises. This ensures that you're highly invested in the relationship, and so you begin thinking about major life events like marriage and moving in together. Number 3, he's obsessed with the way you look. No one has ever complimented or commented so frequently on your clothes and your hair and your skin and your pictures. And of course, he does this until you begin to return all of his flattery. Number 4, he tells you that he's never felt this way in his life ever. He's emphasizing how special and unique your bond is. And lastly, number 5, he tells you that you are soulmates. And in doing so, he implies that there are some higher powers at work and that you were meant to be together. And all of this is absolutely intoxicating, exciting, and promising. And you feel as if you've won the relationship lottery. And so you pour your entire heart and soul into the relationship. You'll invest everything you can emotionally and financially and physically. And you quickly feel comfortable opening up because he grooms you to believe that you've found the one. And once this bond of trust has been formed, you will start to notice the second sign. Number 2, he uses indirect persuasion to condition your behavior. During the idealization phase, he makes subtle suggestions disguised as compliments while comparing you to his ex. For example, he will insult his ex as a way to flatter you, but what he's really doing is grooming you. For instance, by saying, my ex was always complaining about this, but you never do that. He's telling you to behave in a certain way. And this is not a compliment. It's a warning that if you repeat any of his ex's alleged behaviors, you'll be dumped as well. The ex likely didn't even do any of these things. It's just a way for him to indirectly tell you how he expects you to behave. Number 3, he begins testing the waters. During this next period, you'll begin to see tiny glimpses of his darker side. It begins with him making subtle digs about your intelligence or abilities and dreams. These are all tests designed to see your reaction. If you react in a negative way, he will assure you that he was obviously joking. And as he continues to test the waters, you'll begin to feel more and more oversensitive. And that's exactly what he's looking for. He wants you to begin questioning your perception of reality. Eventually, you stop mentioning your concerns, optimistically hoping to keep things perfect. Again, he uses subtle digs in combination with flattery to trick you into ignoring your intuition in favor of the high you feel when you're with him. And let me tell you why this is so powerful and works so well. Remember all that indirect persuasion, comparing you by insulting his ex? It's designed to motivate you to be different, to be the partner who could keep him happy. And that makes it easier for you to brush aside your intuition while the red flags keep piling up. Number 4, you start to see the mean and sweet cycles. Sometimes he's nice to you. Sometimes he ignores you, and sometimes he criticizes you. For example, he could be talking about getting married one day and breaking up the next. After once showering you with nonstop attention and admiration, he seems to be completely bored by you. And he treats you differently when people are around than when it's just the two of you. And that leaves you questioning your relationship because he behaves in different ways depending on who's watching. And if you question him about it, he becomes very annoyed that you want the same level of attention and passion that he once invested in you. It's like you begin to feel like a chore to them. All of this is done to chip away and destroy your self-esteem. Number 5, he manufactures craziness. When you're in a relationship with a toxic person, you are likely to experience extreme emotions and may engage in behaviors that you've never experienced before. These include extreme jealousy and neediness and rage and anxiety. And this happens because your partner intentionally provokes and injects this drama into the relationship. Here's an example from the best-selling book, Psychopath Free by Jackson McKenzie. Boyfriend, my ex is coming to town. You know, the crazy abusive one who's still completely obsessed with me? Girlfriend, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Boyfriend, we're probably going to meet up later for drinks. She always hits on me when she drinks. Girlfriend, I'm confused. Why are you meeting up with her if she was abusive? Boyfriend, what, do you have a problem with it? Girlfriend, nope, no problem. I guess I was just a little confused since you said she abused you, but I hope things go well. It's nice when exes are able to be friends. Boyfriend, wow, you're so jealous sometimes. Girlfriend, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be jealous. I was just confused at first. Boyfriend, you know, your jealousy is ruining our relationship and creating so much unnecessary drama. Girlfriend, I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to come across that way. Boyfriend, it's fine, I forgive you. We'll just have to work through your jealousy issues. So let's break down what just happened there. First, he put his girlfriend in an impossible situation that would make anyone jealous, especially after talking about how much his ex loves him. Second, he then accuses her of being jealous even though she responded reasonably. And third, he offers to forgive her as long as she works on her jealousy issues. This places him in a dominant role of the teacher versus student. You see, unlike in healthy relationships where jealousy is communicated and dealt with in a productive manner, the toxic person in a relationship will continue to belittle your feelings while continuing to inappropriately flirt or maintain inappropriate affairs without a second thought. Oh, and another consequence of manufactured craziness? You find yourself playing detective. And it's never happened in any other relationship, but suddenly you're investigating him by asking people about him or searching his history on social media. You're doing this to find answers to the feeling that you can't quite explain. Now, before I get to the next red flag, I'd love to know if you've experienced any of the signs I talked about in this video. Or perhaps you have other examples that I didn't mention. If so, please share your experience in the comment section below. Your comment could be exactly the confirmation that someone else needs to recognize that they're in an abusive situation. So please feel free to ask questions and let's start a discussion. Number 6, he gaslights you. Gaslighting is a form of psychological abuse where the abuser is trying to make you feel crazy. This is when your partner intentionally distorts reality, often with trivial lies and wrongdoings, to bring about a reaction in you and then deny that it ever took place. He does this to make you doubt your own perception so that you can't trust anything anymore. Now, we all feel self-doubt sometimes, and that's why gaslighting is so effective and destructive. Sometimes an emotional abuser will deliberately lie to you to confuse you and make you doubt your perceptions. They will make you doubt your own observations and memory and sanity. Or they will argue and wear you down until you don't trust what you know is true. And sometimes they will straight out deny what you just saw. After all, attacking your clarity challenges your ability to tell right from wrong, but the goal is always the same: to destabilize your sense of sanity, competence, and self-worth to maintain control over you. So let's go back to the original question. Is he toxic? Some of you have immediately recognized these signs in a past or present relationship. For you, it's probably clear that your relationship was abusive. After all, normal and loving people do not raise these red flags. For others, though, it's not so clear-cut. So how can you tell if someone or if a relationship is toxic to you? I believe you have to look inwards for that answer and take inventory of how you feel in your relationship. You see, all behavior is on a spectrum from functional to dysfunctional. And while your partner might not be exhibiting pathological behavior, that doesn't mean that his behavior isn't toxic to you. Remember, what is safe and sane for one person is not the same for another, and that will continue to change as you grow and change. The healthier you get, the less drama and dysfunction you will tolerate, because you will be a lot more in tune with how drama and dysfunction feels. You will notice it immediately. So learn to trust your own judgment. And when you start feeling confused by what you're experiencing with another person, it's generally because you realize that on some level, that what you're experiencing is actually a problem. The confusion is because you just wish that it wasn't a problem. So can they change? Well, maybe, but remember, the people you love can't change if they aren't willing to acknowledge their problems, whether they're drug addicts or alcoholics or extreme narcissists. If they can't get past their own denial and begin to recognize their unhealthy patterns, it might be best for you to just move on. If you're interested in learning more about being in a relationship with a narcissist, you can check out this video here or click here to see the video that YouTube thinks that you'll like. I'll see you in the next video.